One of the sunnah of our beloved Rasul in the last 10 days of Ramadan is Zakatul Fitr. Zakatul Fitr, that we give to the poor and the needy, the less fortunate people amongst our community. إخوة الإيمان والإسلام, Abdullah bin Abbas reports to us, as well as Abdullah bin Umar, فرض رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم زكاة الفطر صاعا من تمر أو شعير أو زبيب على المسلمين الذكر والأنثى الحر والعبد الصغير والكبير. He صلى الله عليه وسلم made zakatul fitr compulsory upon every Muslim, male and female, young and old, free and enslaved ones. It's compulsory to give zakatul fitr as 1 sa' of date, barley, raisins, or anything similar to that. 1 sa'. Ikhwat al-Imani wal-Islam, we give this zakatul fitr because it is an obligation. And the purpose of it, in the hadith in Sunan Abi Dawud, فرض رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم زكاة الفطر صاعا من تمر الحديث طهرة للصائم من اللغو والرفث وطعمة للمساكين. That's the purpose of it. This worship is prescribed upon us, zakat al-fitr, so it is a way of feeding the poor and the needy, as well as purifying your fasting from the evil speech that you spoke in Ramadan and the evil deeds that you committed in Ramadan. You fasted 30 days of Ramadan, and zakat al-fitr you're expected to give it at the very end of Ramadan, the sunnah, from the 28th day. This zakat al-fitr will purify the worships that you did in Ramadan, making sure that there is no shortcomings. Like the istighfar you do after your daily prayer. Say astaghfirullah, so that this istighfar will make up for the wrong things that you done in your salat. Zakat al-fitr, it does that for your fasting. And we all do wrong things while fasting. Forgetfulness, you snap at someone, you do certain things, maybe they're not major sins, but small things, no one is free from them. You're driving, you get frustrated, things like that happen. And these are small sins. So zakat al-fitr will purify that. Will purify that. And not just that, you know and I know very well, there's many Muslims out there who don't have iftar to break their fast with, or suhoor. And what's worse than that, on Eid day, because zakat al-fitr is meant to be given right before Salat al-Eid, not after. After is no longer zakat al-fitr, it's just a sadaqah. You know very well, there's many Muslims in millions who don't have a breakfast to eat on the first day of Shawwal, and that's Eid al-Fitr. While we Muslims in peaceful, safe countries like in here and many other countries, we can go to the Eid, prayer, eating, drinking, celebrating. Then you got the people of Gaza, the people of Sudan, the people of Yemen, the people of this place and that place, struggling, don't even have water to drink. So by you making sure you give your zakat al-fitr and on time, you're minimizing the starvation of these innocent people. You're making sure that you're doing your step and your responsibility. By neglecting your zakat al-fitr, you're part of the blame, you're part of their problem. And not just zakat al-fitr. Zakat al-fitr, we give it as food, but because we live here in the UK, often we give it as money to our masjids or Islamic centers, and they do the job for us. They send it back home where it's mostly needed, and they buy it food and they deliver it to the most deprived people. Okay, that's fine. But there is another financial worship, عبادة مالية يقصر فيها كثير من المسلمين ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. This financial worship is the third pillar of Islam, الركن الثالث من أركان الإسلام. زكاة المال, the zakat of your wealth, the most important charity a Muslim must make sure that he's in line with its rules and regulations. More important than zakat al-fitr, more important than the sadaqah you give to your local masjid, you give your mom or your family back home. Zakat al-mal is more important than all of that. Because it's not your money, it's the money of those people he named in Surah Tawbah. إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ وَالْمَسَاكِينِ وَالْعَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا. The list goes on. It's not yours. Don't think that the zakat you're deducting from your money, it's your money. No, it's not your money. It's the right of the person they are eligible to receive that zakat. So therefore, delaying it is a big sin. Many Muslims for years, he's wealthy enough, I'm not saying wealthy, like he's got enough money, he's got enough nisab, the minimum requirement, the minimum amount of wealth that you need to have, which is 85 grams of gold, equal to nearly £3,000 a day. Or in general, if you want to go to the most authentic opinion amongst the scholars, about 500 grams of silver, which is £300. If you have more than £300 for a year in your account or in your business as stock or as investment anywhere else, then you must pay zakatul mal, 2.5% on behalf of that wealth. If you don't, إن الذين يكنزون الذهب والفضة, the ayat in Surah Tawbah, تكوى بها جباههم وجنوبهم وظهورهم هذا ما كنزتم لأنفسكم فذوقوا ما كنتم تكنزون. This wealth that you're withholding and you're not paying zakat on its behalf, on the day of judgment Allah will use it as a stump, branding your backs and your foreheads with this wealth as a punishment. It's not your money. You're no different than a thief if you don't pay your zakat, if you fulfill the conditions of giving zakat. To be honest with you, you could be in some cases more than a thief. If you're a Muslim who's holding so much wealth and refusing to pay zakat, you're the cause. You're part of this starvation, part of this poverty of the Muslim community, wherever they might be. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ الْعَلِيِّ الْعَظِيمِ. So make sure you're paying your zakat in accordance to the Hijri Islamic calendar. It is important.